can relax, you know. Like, you have to. You can take a seat. That most of the work is not really done.
Nah, bro. You can tense, bro. No, through the middle. Yeah. Yes, you figured it out. Well done, man. Well done, mate. Jeez, wait, where's the thing? Hold on. Wait. Oh, this the wait, is this one? Well done.
I'm not gonna keep it. I'm not gonna keep it. I'm not gonna keep it in the thing.
Oh, that's alright, man. I guess that's the powers you have when you're editing the videos and stuff, you know.
Oh, it feels like what's it? Inception? Not Inception.
Perception.
No, like, you know,
Inspection.
it's like that thing of what's it? Breaking the fourth wall. You ever heard of that term, breaking the fourth wall?
No. What's that?
So it's a movie it's like a storytelling thing where it's like when, you know, a movie character knows he's in a movie kind of thing. It's like that kind of thing. Like, oh, I'm the editor.
Oh, yeah, because usually you kind of just.
You know Deadpool. Yeah. Like, you know Deadpool. You've seen Deadpool, right? And Deadpool addresses the camera despite the fact he's a movie character. He's kind of like that, and it's like this feels like I'm breaking the fourth wall.
I love that.
It's lit.
Yeah. So anyway, today we have a special guest, the most amazing video content producer.
Yeah, come on.
The guy behind the camera, the guy that does all the
voice
magic.
The voice on no face.
The voice on no face, even though the voice has kind of flopped a couple of times, you know, but
but
because of the audio issues, but you know, we're learning, we're figuring stuff out.
10 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the 10th one, man.
10 weeks.
Do you know what's strange? Yeah, it's almost like we didn't mean to make this like a special episode, but
yeah, bro, like literally, like even the broadcaster, like I felt like it's like, because for context for the audience, that we had guests pull out and cancellations, whatever.
The pull out game was strong.
Yeah, very strong. So the pull out game was strong. So it was like, it's weird, bro. Like, even like I was talking to someone the other day, a potential guest the other day. Sorry, and I asked him, "Okay, jump onto the pod. Like, we want to get someone on for Sunday's episode." And he said, "This is the third time you've done this." He said, "I know you have good intentions, but this is the third time you've done this. This is the third time you shouted me for a replacement."
Yeah.
And I realized for doing that is kind of disrespectful in a way.
No, that's why I don't really shout people for replacements. Maybe like once or twice, but you know what?
The desperation kind of thing, innit?
No, but I think there's an issue with. Like, I think there's an issue with the person feeling like that, because it's not really like, really and truly, like, we're not trying to ask someone to.
If you're on the list, like, we have a list, innit? If you're on the list, that means we think you're powerful.
Yeah, like, if you feel like you're being disrespected because we asked you to come on because someone else pulled out, that's not, we're not trying to disrespect someone. We're just saying that we still want to have you on, but because someone's not coming, can you come a bit instead of that person? Yeah, it's
just really, like, we have, I mean, not necessarily right now, but we have the next kind of 2 months pattern. We're gonna have the next 2 months pattern.
Yeah.
And we that's what we tend to do. Like, we always just plan everything in ahead. So you have a date. You feel me? Like, if you're on the list, you have a date. You have a date. We haven't spoke to you about it yet, but we have a date as pattern. We're gonna ask you close to the day because we don't want to book someone like 4 months in advance. So for us to ask, you know, like, oh, can you fill in for this person or whatever? Like, it's like, if you're on the list, it means we think you're powerful. This is beyond the surface. We have conversations beyond the surface. We only put people on the list that can have these conversations, because not everyone can have those conversations.
If you're on the list, you made it.
100%.
You made it.
Bro, there's like 30 man on the list, you know. Bro, like, I think that's like one of the most powerful things about this podcast, and one of the main things we kind of wanted to prioritize on before when we started is like, we know amazing people in it. We are surrounded by amazing people. We have that luxury of just having so many people that can speak and be listened to because what they're saying is powerful. So why not? Why we now going on Instagram and trying to find someone with 10k followers or 20k followers or
we don't really do that. We don't really do that anyway.
I know people that have big numbers. I can shout them, and then I guess in a way the only purpose of me shouting them is because you got big numbers.
Ask me if I care about big numbers.
You
already know. You already know.
And like to be fair, I used to care about big numbers. So I used to see the value in it, but now it's like I realized, like I said, we have powerful people around us, and it's like the whole thing of why did you start?
You know what? In a weird way, yeah, I still want to meet new people, right? I still want to like build new connections and stuff like that. But I feel like the people I already know, like I've already met everyone I want to meet.
I don't think you have. You said that before. I don't think you have.
I think I have. Like, and if I'm going to meet someone, then that's just
because to me, that's not romantic. To me, that's like, yeah, you're however old you are, you've been there for a while.
No, but you're seeing it from a different perspective. So what I mean by that is that You know, sometimes people go like, oh, who do you want to meet? And someone was like Elon Musk and all these like famous people and stuff. I'm like, some of the most incredible people that I want to meet, I already met. You know, I'm already around those type of people.
So you've already met the caliber or the type of people you've wanted to meet.
I don't have a caliber
because you can't tell. I mean, truly, like the way I see it, you can't tell me you've met everyone you want to meet because you haven't met everyone in the world.
Right, so what about you?
You know how I network. I talk to everyone. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're full of shit or you're valuable. I'll talk to you because the way I see it.
So who do you want to meet?
I want to meet every single type of person in this world. That's my goal.
So the whole like 8 billion, basically.
8 billion, 8.2, 8.5, however many.
Okay, so when you're walking down the street, how many of those people you talk to?
Obviously. That's
G-check. So I'm like, you don't really want to meet them.
No. So the point I'm trying to make, obviously, I'm not going to challenge strangers because like traditional and it's not traditional, normal, whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is to answer your question of I want to keep meeting people because I know that there's no like how do I word this? It's like you can't have the same person twice, but there's at least one type of thing.
Do you know what? I'm gonna say something super deep. Yeah, I think when you meet new people or like people you haven't met before, I think the most amazing part of that is that you get to discover a new part of yourself within that person. So when you meet new people, you're also kind of getting to know yourself in a really strange way.
I used to have this thing when I was younger, and this actually, you was one of the people that I wanted to be like. Basically, I had this thing where
don't be like me, man. It's not a good role model.
No, you're a good one. But the thing is, I used to like to call myself a sponge, where I wanted to soak up everyone's best attributes to be the ultimate person. So I'll look at a coach. I think I want to coach like you, and I look at youth work. I want to youth work like you. I want to speak like you. I want to look at everyone's best attributes. I want to kind of again sponge it. Like I want to soak up all your best attributes and learn how to do what you do best from you, so that I can be the best person I can be. And it kind of goes off what you said about how every time you meet someone new, you learn a new version of yourself. That's usually it is. It's like every time you meet someone new, you start to understand what their best attribute is. And when you understand their best attributes, like okay, I want that.
But then don't you think you're still going to be biased to what you choose within that person because it's going to come back to you? So it's almost like really and truly, like you're just becoming the version of yourself. Like you're just becoming you.
Understand something? The word is remember. It's not like you can't learn something brand new. I can't remember who said this, but
this is Bob.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah. So you can't learn something. It's like you have to relearn everything because you know everything already. You have been given every single piece of information in the world in your brain right now. Your brain is a powerful thing, no matter how small it is. Some people smaller than others. But the point is, like, it's like this. Was it two knuckles? Oh no, that's the heart. That's the brain there. But the point is, it's a small thing, yet it's filled with so much powerful knowledge, and you just don't remember it. Simple as that. So it's not about I want to learn something new. I want to relearn something I forgot. That's what makes it easier to learn it. That makes sense. Like it makes it easier. Like it's easier to remember something than it is to relearn something brand new. Like if I used to skateboard, I used to be able to do an ollie mad easy, and then I stopped doing it for like a year or 2 years, 3 years, and I forgot it. It's easier for me to relearn it. You feel me? Rather than me never having touched a skateboard in my life and then have to learn it from scratch. But that's what I'm trying to say. Is like you know everything. Everything that you want to know, you already know it. But can you remember it? And it is an easy process. No, sorry, it's a simple process. But the simplicity in it is just difficult. You have to do the hard thing, not the easy thing. The easy thing, if you do it, no value in it, or very little value. The hard thing, most powerful thing in the world, that most powerful, most amazing value you ever get in your life, and that's what's like that transferable skill in the long term is like easy things, just temporal validation, temporary like satisfaction. The difficult thing, it can go forever, and it kind of goes off that thing where I used to say that I was talking to my mum a while back about how there's always a good and bad, right? Like, no matter what bad it is, it could be the most fucked up thing in the world, or it could be the least fucked up thing in the world. Any type of bad, there's always good in it. And the good that happens within the bad, it lasts your whole entire life. It will never end, like it would always the good and the bad will always last your entire life. Example being school. Let's say when I was a kid, I used to get £2 pocket money every week. Now, I'm now a 14-year-old getting £2 whilst all my friends are getting £10. How do I feel? I feel insignificant. I feel shit. I feel lesser. I feel broke. I have all these emotions, these bad emotions. And if I fixate on that for the rest of my life, then I'll always feel like that, and I'll also shit, and I'll never make progress. But if I look at it from a different perspective, what did I learn? Not how I felt. What did I learn? I learned resilience. I learned money management. I learned value in the pound, in the coin. I learned how little value there is in the coin. Now, these 4 attributes will last. These 4 lessons I've
For the rest of
learned
your life.
will last the whole my entire life.
Yeah.
But these emotions I had at the time, they're insignificant, they're broke. That ended when the pocket money ended. Anything that bad happens, it ends when it ends.
So speaking of emotions, also before we carry on, I need to do something special real quick. So I just want to shout out Jamozi. I want to shout out Jamozi. Jamozi's been giving some really great feedback on the podcast and stuff. And I promised him I'm going to shout him out in the next episode. Jamozi.
Who's that? Don't know him.
Nah, you don't know him. No.
Show me him.
So yeah, shout out Jamozi.
Come on, my brother. Love that.
And also, I'm going to take my time out as well just to say that I'm super grateful for all the people that's been on the journey so far. This is the beginning.
Just my joke. I started doing recently. Before, when we started, I used to just take people's phones and follow the thing, and I said, like, it's mad. I used to do that.
Yeah.
Now I realized, because even the first episode, for example, the first episode got 300 views. We haven't been able to match ever since, and I realized why. The first episode, I used to go on. I went on all my different accounts, on all my different devices, and watched through it, and obviously just muted. Then I realized, no, I want to filter out the actual people that watch it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be authentic, man.
You know what I'm saying? But I thought, let me get numbers, let me get likes, and no, man, no, it's not that. It's just I found the value. That's why I don't. That people will talk about the pod, but like they know of the pod, but I wouldn't ask them, have you subscribed? Have you followed? Because if you want to listen to that content, you would watch it and you follow and you subscribe.
Yeah, and there's no hard feelings for people that don't.
100%.
That's completely
100%.
fine. It's like this is not for everyone, and I'm fine with it. If this was for everyone, then I probably wouldn't do it.
I'm even okay. Like, I see, like, there's been times where I go on the Instagram and I see people liking the video but not following. I'm like, that's cool. You enjoyed that one specific video. That's powerful.
That's it.
If you follow me on my personal page, you would always see me post the daily wisdoms, the daily clips, which means you have the freedom to click on those and watch it and like it and not even follow and subscribe. But you know that you have that freedom of actually, like, you can choose to listen and whatever. Like, it's like you want it to value. You always want the value, but obviously you don't have to follow. You don't have to have it constantly come up in the page. That's fine.
Listen, I'd rather have 100 people watching and following and having a conversation about it than 1,000 people who just kind of force it. You know, I don't want anyone to force anything. That authenticity was always the priority from the beginning, innit? Yeah, like, but you know what? What I would like to do though, like moving forward as well, and if anyone's listening, like
subs. I mean, not subs. Sponsors.
No, not sponsors. Nah, F sponsors, anyways, for now. But yeah, so what I would like to do is, I would like to start a conversation with people that do watch it, and just kind of like just I'm really interested in like what they like about the pod. What kind of conversations they like to see.
Feedback, innit?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I really like the word feedback because you're feeding someone back. But
don't do that. I realized about something about myself. Yeah, I find it so hard to take feedback. You know, like my work, innit? Like any video I do, I find it so hard to take feedback.
Like constructive criticism.
Yeah, but I always invite it. Like even Sammy, for example, I literally just showed him a video and asked him, tell me bad things about my video, or tell me about the video. What do you think? Because I hate being told that my work is bad or my work needs to be changed in this type of way. But I'd always invite it.
But I'm gonna take it back to when you said like the bad things is
the good and bad. That's what I learned about. That's what I like to see myself as someone that's very resilient in general, and that's because this is probably new to you as well. So I'm gonna tell you from now. I will talk to a woman knowing full well I'm gonna get rejected. But I understand that will build my resilience. I might feel shit for a little bit. 100% I'll feel shit for a little bit, but I know that's going to build my resilience. So I'd always invite being rejected. You feel me? I was that told someone that's way above my league, or you know what I'm saying? Knowing so I was like, I understand that builds resilience, which is why that whenever I finish a video, I show it to people and I know for a fact I'm going to get criticism or constructive feedback. I know I'm going to hate it, but I know that one, it adds value because perspective makes the video better because for the tradition, and also it's going to build my resilience in feedback because I need to get used to it. I'm probably going to do this thing for the rest of my life. If not, like I'm going to do video and web for the foreseeable future. So I need to get used to it.
So if anyone needs a video editor,
a
cameraman, and then just an amazing individual in general,
videographer, video editor. I wouldn't say animator because I just go on YouTube and Instagram and not on Instagram. Still run stuff.
Hey,
producer,
there's
director, script writer. I did that recently. I had to write a script and it was really good. Probably some more things we'll be able to.
What was the script like?
It was for the intro video.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Script.
Yeah, I'll show you the video after if you want. It's a 5-minute video, but
Yeah,
it'll go up live anyway in a couple weeks. It's really powerful video.
Is it the one with the Fina? Yeah, that was
really
looking. That was looking good.
I'll show you the video. I finished it. I did a one day turn. I realized something about myself. You know, I always have this like sudden kind of passion or motivation just to grind a video out in one day. There's been so many times where even the podcast, I'll just grind out in one night and then have the best sleep of my life after that because it's not chilling in the back of my mind. I'll just bang it out, finish it. Like even like that again, the intro video. The deadline for that intro video is this Friday coming up. Or the first draft is meant to come out I'm meant to send it to them this Friday. I finished it on Saturday.
But do you know what's beautiful about what you do? Yeah, like you have a vision in your head, like so like you have a vision of how this is gonna look or what it's gonna look like, and then you turn into reality.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
My problem with collaboration is that it's hard for me to kind of showcase my vision or tell you what I want this video to be or this whatever to be, which is why I want to be a jack of all trades, not master of none though. Not master of none because that doesn't apply to me. But that's why I want to be a jack of all trades because I like the one man team kind of thing. I find it hard to deliver my passion but deliver my ideas. I'm working on it, of course, and it'll be patterned very soon because I need to because I'm going to collaborate with a lot of people anyway eventually. But delivering my idea is something I find very hard to do. So that's why, like, instead of having someone else write the script and someone else do the editing or someone else do the filming, whatever, I just want to do everything myself. Yeah. Because I know what I want. I don't know that this is the best possible thing that I can think of. I would always produce the best possible thing I can think of. I know that the best possible thing would never always be the thing that I think of. But that's why I invite collaboration. I invite networking. I invite despite the fact that I don't like working with other people. No, sorry. Let me rephrase it. Despite the fact that
rephrase it, bro.
Because despite the fact that I don't like, I find it hard to collab. Again, I invite it, and this is is this a thing that like this is what I just keep doing. I would always invite the things I don't like. Anything I don't like, collaboration, feedback or whatever. Women that reject me, I invite all that shit. Come, hit me like I want it, because I know what don't kill you makes you stronger. A bruise in your thing. When the bruise heals, it turns into muscle, not fat. You feel me? That's what it is. All it is a bruise that's going to turn into fat.
It's going to turn to fat, yeah.
It's going to turn into muscle over time. And then it goes to the other thing that I was talking about. I always talk about time is my most valuable asset. Not money, not relationships, not materialistic, whatever. Bro, it's just time. I love time. And time, like I said, remember I told you the other day, time is the most equal, what's the word? It's the most equal currency that everyone gets. Everyone in this planet gets 24 of it. No one gets more. Some people might get less because death and whatnot. But no one would ever get more than 24. And you have that freedom of choice to do whatever you want with it. You get to choose how to spend up 24 hours. You could do 5 of it sleeping, 8 of it sleeping, 12 of it sleeping, whatever. You could do 5 of it working, 8 of it working. You have that choice.
But the beauty is like in discovering what kind of makes the person fulfilled within how they spend the 24 hours.
Is that
because obviously like people, I feel like people can do anything within 24 hours, but it might affect the well-being. So I think it's about finding, like, discovering their own way of living where they know they're going to spend these 24 hours and they're going to feel the best self. They're going to feel like they're living the best life.
Do you believe in suffer now and whatever later kind of thing?
To some extent.
How so? Explain it. What's your perspective on it?
I just feel like, do you know what? I think you could just go, I'm just going to put it in a different way, which is quite obvious. I think it's about sacrifice, right? So sometimes I guess the most obvious example is like when people like are in like college or let's say university and they're studying, right? So like they're studying for something, and university is a bit more serious, like in terms of like academic levels and stuff. So they're studying for something and there's like parties happening and stuff. And it's just sometimes just like people have to sacrifice and not have a social life and not go to parties and stuff just so for the sake of
good kind of thing.
Yeah, for greater good, because they know that, once the partying is done within the university and stuff and whatever, like later in the future, they're going to be like if they sacrifice not going to those parties, they're going to be like, you know what, now I live a better life. I can party now, sort of thing. But then I do think there's a limit of how long someone can do that for. You can't do that for your whole life, because you're going to end up missing. You're going to miss you're going to miss enjoying your life. Like if you want to do certain things. But it's what I always say, just do what you want to do. Do what you feel like doing.
See, my perspective on it is find enjoyment in everything you do. like training, for example, doing burpees for a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes it will never be a fun thing. It would always be like a physically demanding thing, which in turn makes it kind of jarring and annoying and tiring, whatever. But if you can find a way to find enjoyment in it, make it fun, then there's value in it. And it's like you're killing two birds with one stone. You're getting the value and you're enjoying yourself. Imagine that, bro. Like, imagine that. Just think about it. Imagine being able to do something that's jarring and long, but making it fun.
Do you know what?
And getting the value on it on top of that.
Bro, it reminded me of something really interesting, yeah. And I remember this. This is my stuff, yeah. Like, this is really interesting. So you know, people usually, you know, have you seen that example of like there's a comfort zone, right? It's like you have a comfort zone and you keep expanding.
Yeah.
And that's just one way of looking at stuff. People always look at it that way. And I was thinking, you know what? What if I have a comfort zone and I keep it the same, right? But then what if I build other small circles of different comfort zones?
Isn't that called isn't that like a mixed personality kind of thing?
No, it's not.
Don't you think?
Nah.
Because then you're just saying, okay, cool, I'll just...
No, so...
It's like, exactly, you know, it's like, it's basically like, you know when, you wouldn't know because you're Android. But like, so iPhone, you can do this thing where you can choose what homepage you want to have for that day. You set up a bunch of different homepages and then you can just choose which one you want. That's basically what you're trying to say, right? Like
no.
Okay.
So it's not what I'm saying. So for instance, let's say for example, let's say working out is outside my comfort zone, right? So now what I look at, rather than me going to my general comfort zone and going, I'm going to expand it and include working out in there, I go, you know what? I'm not going to expand my current comfort zone, but I'm going to build a new comfort zone within working out.
That's what I'm saying. You're just doing
but I'm just looking at a different circle completely, entirely.
Again, is this a new homepage designed for... Is the new homepage designed for that specific task, right? Like, you're designing a whole new comfort zone, this whole new personality or whatever you want to call it, that is designed specifically to fulfill my training needs.
I guess to some extent, because I don't really use like Apple products, so I wouldn't know what that home.
It's a metaphor, obviously. It's a metaphor.
I wouldn't know what it looks like, but I'm now that you explain it like that, I think it's kind of similar. Yeah.
You're creating a whole new. So see, for that one is like, wouldn't that be difficult to manage?
No. So let me give an example, right? So let's say I'm going to the gym. And like, cool, so I'm comfortable and stuff. So I'm like, how can I expand the comfort zone within there? What can I do to kind of expand it? Then I might start watching like fighting videos while I'm on the treadmill, or I'm listening to audiobooks or anything like that will make me a bit more comfortable within something that I'm outside of my comfort zone with. You know what I'm trying to say?
I see. Now, as much as we agree on a lot of shit, this one we disagree on.
You don't have to agree on it.
100%.
I love this.
Yeah,
like,
because that's what crazy. You know what I'm saying? Powerful conversation.
That's beautiful.
So my thing on that one is, it's weird. It's like you're trying to say that you can't use this comfort zone, specific one for training, to go shop. Like, you can't use this training mindset or this training homepage that you designed to do some youth work or do a podcast or film a video or whatever. You can't, like, you need to switch it to that other one.
Yeah, but I could take the learning from doing something different.
That's what I'm saying. That's why there's more value in having one big comfort zone. Because then there's this transferable skills galore. It's continuously learning new shit and then transferring that skill to another thing. You understand?
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
got a question.
We reached
the final destination of the conversation.
It's like a brick wall in front of us.
Jeez. Okay. I think yeah, but it's good. We know each other like that.
Yeah,
so we just because otherwise we'll go set.
I have a conversation topic I want to discuss. But you said you had a question or
no? I just wanted to ask you like what your kind of like favorite moments or like
of the pod.
Yeah, if your favorite moments or maybe like even favorite episodes or anything you've kind of like taken from it where you feel like it's been golden.
You know, again, we keep saying this to every single person that talks about it, and we keep saying it to each other. It's just a journey. I love the journey, bro. That this is the big. I know it's gonna blow. Clip this video. I know this is gonna blow. You understand? I'm gonna adjust the camera. I know it's gonna blow. So you can clip this. So like, knowing that as a fact, this part of the journey is the most beautiful part because it's less stressful. It's less you have to worry about because you're talking to so few amount of people. It's the best part. It's the beginning. When you start something new, it's so beautiful, man. Like, I enjoy it so much. So this part of the journey is just fun. Like, I enjoy coming to these shoots. I'll cancel shit for this shoot. I'm a football fan. United could be playing. I'll put the game over there and I'll watch it whilst I'm shooting. I'll prioritize on this, because this is fun, bro. I enjoy this shit. You know what I'm saying? this is something I look forward to. As for like, obviously to answer your question, to answer to answer your question, like memorable moments or of the pod. I think my top three. I know I don't want to be like. That he's not that thing.
It's not. You're not disrespecting another.
It's not like I like red. Therefore, I must dislike green.
Oh yeah, no. But it's just you. Like just.
I really enjoyed those 3 episodes that I enjoyed the most. Like when it comes to editing. So for those who don't know, when I film these podcasts, I try not to listen to what's going on because I'm gonna listen to it again in the edit. But then sometimes I would throw in my 2-piece. My 3 favorite ones were Jacob, Abdul, and Mo. Mo being the one that came out last week. Everyone used to watch that one because that was so good. But Jacob, so Abdul was the second one we ever done. Sabir was good, don't get me wrong. Sabir was a really good episode. But Abdul brought a different kind of energy. And it's not he brought a different kind of energy. He brought the same energy he brings to everything else to here.
Yeah. And
then he did what he does everywhere else here. And I loved it. It was amazing, bro. That was one. Look at this way, yeah. If I pay attention to the entire podcast whilst I'm filming, you know it's gonna be a good one. You feel me? Not to say that if I ignore your shit again, it's not when I say I like red, the color red doesn't mean I don't like the color green.
If you didn't mention your shit, I'm just playing.
No. Yeah, so yeah, it's just what Abdul did. In a way, I think it boosted us. Because that amazing episode, the one that stood out, happened so early, it boosted us to keep going. It made us want to do it more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you had Jacob, which came after Ashley, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was after Ashley, which was the 3rd one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Jacob was him being a powerful episode was inevitable. That was always going to happen. We all know Jacob. We all know how powerful he is when he speaks. So it was inevitable that he was going to thing. Then we had the first shoot. We had the first shoot of Jacob. And that went swimmingly.
That was amazing. Yeah.
That went amazing.
That was amazing.
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened, bro? We have the footage.
We had some technical difficulties on that
with
day.
Your brain.
Yeah. Nah, basically what happened, I went out the day before and I think I had too much to drink and I was just hungover.
You on too much.
No, but I was like, you know what, Jacob, I can't do this because my brain was just shutting down and.
So
yeah. I mean, but that's the downside. You know what? That's one of the downsides. So obviously, I don't go out too often, anyways.
Yeah.
But I never used to. I've been going out more often, like since this COVID thing. I think I don't know if that's the effect that it's had on me. But what's really interesting is like that was the downside of like shooting on the weekends because I can't go out no more.
You work a weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. So I can't go out no more.
But I guess that goes kind of. I'll obviously deliver. I'll obviously talk about the whole Jacob and the Mo. My thoughts on it. But I wanted to kind of touch on this whole thing of not sacrifice. What was I talking about? Shit, I forgot.
I don't know. But you said you wanted to bring a topic or something.
No, it's good. I'll do it after. For now. So you got so Jacob, perfect, amazing episode. We still have the footage. Like I still have the footage for the first shoot, and I'll go out. Exactly 6 years from now. When this blows, it's gonna go out 6 years. I'm gonna edit it. And it's gonna go out 6 years from now. But then the second shoot was amazing. I loved it so much. And then the Mo one, again, we all know Mo is powerful. You didn't really know Mo like that because you spoke to him a little bit in the thing, and after you never heard from him. Obviously, I continued speaking to him before and after, so I kind of know him a bit better. And I've made sure that he has to come on. After editing the pod, after talking to him before and after the shoot, I had to bring him on. Yeah,
but me and Mo, we had a really good conversation.
Yeah, I remember I was there. It was a powerful conversation.
Yeah, prior to the shoot.
And Mo would tell you, when I messaged him, the first thing I said was, I don't know if you remember, before we filmed Airtime Prime, we had an amazing conversation with Leo. We want to go back to that. We want to bring that back and document it and publish it. So then I knew that, he's going to be a powerful one as well. He did a TED Talk, bro, imagine. He did a TED Talk. That's beautiful, man. And obviously, he has other things, aerospace, whatever. He's head screwed on. Plus, that snowboarding story was mad. I had to get him to tell that again. Massive, his leg was boom, boom.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. That's crazy.
But no, those are like my. I mean, they're not necessarily moments, but those guests were powerful, and I can't wait for them to come on again, because they will. They're gonna come on again, and we're gonna have double the power of conversations. It's gonna be lit. But what's your ones?
What's mine?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna share mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think for me the most.
Why are you wearing headphones like that?
Because I can, innit? Why are you hating for?
I'm not hating. I'm laughing.
Anyway, you know what? I think for me the most important thing is that like it's almost like, you know, people that watch the podcast or listen to the podcast, or both anyways, because watch and listen, most people are on YouTube when it comes to it. It's almost like they're part of the conversation, but they're just not in the room. Like, by having a conversation with them right now is just like, you know, that just, but sometimes the conversation is like someone listens and someone speaking and that. So that's what it is. It's just, I think for me, the highlight is that we're on a journey together and we're having a conversation. That's
what got me. So like, that's what started me on this podcasting journey. When I started listening to podcasts, it's like I realized I was conversing with people that I wasn't conversing with. I would put on my headphones, I would walk to somewhere, maybe an hour or half an hour, whatever. I would listen to a podcast and I would actually talk out loud. I would audibly say things to the person that's on the pod, simply because that conversation is so engaging. And that kind of became a priority for me. I don't know about you, but that became a priority for me when it came to this podcast. I wanted to make sure that people would actually talk to us without us listening to them.
But that's the beauty, man. It's like, let's say, for example, let me put this in a different context. Let's say, for example, you're in a room with 5 people, yeah? And let's say out of those 5 people, only 2 people are talking and having a conversation vocally, but the other 3 are listening and they're thinking of what they're talking about in their head. And that's what this is the exact same thing.
That's what the comments are for. The comments are for those who, and we do get quite a few comments on Instagram, not necessarily on, we do actually get a couple, but on Instagram we get quite a few comments on the clips. And people have opinions, and they always have the need to share it, and we always have the need to listen to it, because you want to know what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? And then it was I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say, man. Well, I don't know why, but it was very precious for some reason.
Do you wanna ask your thing?
Yeah, it wasn't a question. It was a topic that we spoke about before. I wanted to we spoke about this my Fat Boys, actually, the whole what was it, unity and peace.
Unity and peace.
So my thing is before we even get to that, I have this thing where I feel like everything should be documented, not published. No, everything should be documented, but not everything should be published. I've honestly felt like everything should be documented, because then that way we can revisit emotions and revisit conversations that we had once upon a time. We didn't document that conversation, but we're gonna do it now because I want to. Okay, so Hebs, I don't know if she might not be watching this, but I had this conversation with her first, and I realized that she helped me have this epiphany. But so my thing is, I honestly believe that humans as a civilization cannot have unity and peace at the exact same time. It's either one or the other. So we can either have individual peace, where some of us are in a state of peace of mind, whatever, and then obviously the rest are just suffering, whatever, or we have unity against something that's bad. For us to unite, we need racism, we need homophobics, we need war, or these bad things. We need these bad things in this world for us to unite as a species. We cannot have the world in full peace and still unite. That's our problem. The reason why animals can do it, they have the animal kingdom. You know what I'm saying? The gazelle eats the grass. The lion dies, the lion becomes the grass. The gazelle eats the grass. The lion eats the gazelle. Is a full circle. They have peace and unity. But because we use so much, such a high percentage of our brain, and because we have this constant need to do things and to be upset about things and to whatever, because we have this, we physically do not allow ourselves to have peace and unity at the same time.
There's too much distraction as well.
Yeah. I keep saying it. People love taking 2 steps back and 1 step forward. People like giving themselves to stress something about, so that they feel like when they solve it, they feel a sense of progression. Imagine giving yourself something to stress about, and then solving that stressful thing, and thinking, yeah, I made progress. No, you took 2 steps back and 1 step forward.
You know what? Yeah. I've just remembered listening to this audio book. It's called, it's a weird title. It's called Fuck Yourself. I swear to God, that's
how long
what it's
ago
called.
was this?
It was Jamie. Actually, Jamie recommended this. This was like, I think around February and stuff.
You've been saying it for a while now.
What? Unfuck Yourself?
Yeah, Unfuck
Oh, no, that's different. That was different. That was something else. But yeah, so anyway, so I was listening to this audio book, yeah. And one of the most amazing things in the audio book was that the person was saying everyone's winning at something. Like every single person's winning at something. He was talking about being distracted and stuff. It's just like everyone's winning at even the bad things. Like let's say, for example, let's say I'm overweight and stuff. Yeah, no, don't look after myself. I'm winning at being overweight. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay, so when you start like stripping bad and good away, and you just look at it, what that thing is as it is. It's like some people are really incredible at self-sabotaging themselves. So they're winning it. They're winning at that shit.
But is it intentional?
So whether it's intentional or not, that's a whole different conversation, because then we can start debating around like.
Let's do it. I have a very, very, and feel free to interrupt me and continue about the book you're talking about. That's fine by me.
That's if you have enough time, but yeah.
We have time for days, boy.
Yeah.
This is going over an hour and I'm doing so I have this proper strong opinion on intention.
But you're moving on from unity and peace. I wanna wrap that up before we carry on.
Yeah, but that's more or less it. I just think that the way we are designed as humans, we disallow unity and peace at the same time. We always need something. So the conversation basically stemmed from when I had it with Hebs. It stemmed from the whole racism thing that was going on with the England game, innit? So she said she basically wrote something on a story, just talking about how like it was disgusting, and the thing that the traditional people, like everyone that agrees with, including myself. And then my response was, it's nice that they're showing face. Because normally it was hard for us to distinguish the racist and the not racist, because they've been so good at hiding it. So it's nice that they're now showing face so that we can actually say, cool, you're racist, fuck off, I don't like you. Because of that one ideology that you have. Her response to that was, I still think it's kind of mad that in the 21st century we still have this kind of racism.
Yeah.
My response to that is, no, you shouldn't be surprised. For us to be united civilization, we need to have something to fight against. We need racism to have BLM. We need the Palestine and Israeli war for us to have the unity that we have, the riots and the what's it called when everyone gets together and they walk. But then everyone gets together, they walk.
but then ideally,
obviously we prefer not. We prefer.
No, but that's what I say. So ideally, it shouldn't. That shouldn't be the way.
That shouldn't be the way.
100%. So and I think as a human race we could do better. You know,
we can. But we are designed, because we're built so advancedly. Because the way our brains function, because the mind of an animal is very simple: eat, sleep, and shit. That's it, and reproduce. That's what they care about, or wild animals at least.
They care about shitting.
Yeah, they like shit. So like wild animals, all they care about is eat, sleep, shit, and reproduce. That's what they care about. They ain't got nothing else. So their minds are designed very simply, but our ones are more complicated. We need to think about other things like work and income and housing and all this shit. So the way we're designed, because we're so complicated, and this is why I feel like we're the dominant species, because we have we have such an advanced mind, brain power and mindset. This is the thing. This is our downfall. The fact that we can't have peace and unity is because of our advanced mindsets. And we're not using to the best of our ability.
But then wouldn't you wanna? Then I would kind of debate, yeah. Yeah, go on.
So I watched. I'm gonna relate it back to a movie, Avengers, of course. So one of the villains, there was a villain called Ultron, and his thing was, he said this thing. He said, I have what Avengers will never have, unity. He can transfer his mind into the next robot. Like he has all these robots that he controls all at the same time. Whereas the Avengers are all 6 different beings of individual mindsets and whatever. Because they're different, when they collab, chaos happens. Whereas my man has infinite soldiers or hundreds of robots, whatever, that who controls all at the same time. That's the only time we can have unity. When we can all be the same person and be controlled by one thing. But that's never going to happen, because all of us are just different individuals and different beings and different mindsets.
Yeah, it's a choice. It's like unity and peace is a choice. Like it's every single individual gets to decide that. You know, like if tomorrow, if every single person woke up tomorrow and said, you know what, I'm gonna unite and be peaceful, then we'll have it.
No, because there'll always be one person that says enough like that.
I know, that's the point I'm trying to make, but it's a choice.
Yeah, I guess it is.
It's a choice. It's like if everyone chose to do it, you know, we could have it.
But then, again, that goes off the other thing where I say that everything we do is a choice, that we choose emotion. I actually wanted to touch on this as well. Like, I was thinking about this the other day, and it's so powerful that it hurts that people neglect this superpower that they have. You have the power to choose the emotion you have to whatever situation happens to you. You don't control the situation. You can't control what happened. If your mom, dad died, if your room burnt down, or you don't control that shit. That's out of your control.
You control your response.
You control your response. This is a superpower, bro. Imagine having a superpower to choose the emotion you want to feel as a result of a situation. Just imagine that, bro. Just think about that. Imagine your mother, God forbid, imagine your mother died in your arms and you chose to be grateful instead of sad and you mourned. Imagine that, bro. You can do that.
Yeah, because it doesn't, like, regardless. So this is the point. The point is, yes, regardless of how I feel about something, it doesn't change the situation. So it's almost like do I really wanna? And there's nothing wrong with being sad or anything like that as well. But just like, would I wanna be sad or would I wanna be happy? You know, which one's gonna kind of like be better for me? But at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna change the situation, so I might as well just choose to be happy at the same time. You know. So but there's nothing wrong with actually feeling.
Yeah, 100%.
So you know what? Can I just say something about emotions, right? And this one hit my head yesterday, and I was just thinking, like, so we have a planet, right? So the planet in itself, it always stays the same. I'm not gonna get into details like when people cut trees and build houses and stuff, but as a general, the planet stays the same. The planet's the planet, right? But like the seasons always change. So there's different types of seasons, and we go through those seasons all the time. So the way I looked at it is like I'm always the same person. It's just my emotions are always different. It's just I'm going through different emotions in seasons all the time, constantly.
You're just orbiting around the emotions.
but my emotions don't necessarily like kind of define who I am as a person. As a person, I have certain values.
They can change, innit?
Yeah, they can change all the time. It's kind of
that's a really beautiful way of looking at it, you know. Like your emotions are essentially your emotions are like the seasons. They change, but you stay the same. If there was a tree in the park, that tree will experience autumn, rainfall, sunny, winter. It will experience all of that. Yeah. But the tree, it will stay the same until it's cut down and killed. It stays the same. But
the beauty is that like sometimes like now I'm just like when I'm going through certain emotions and stuff, when I have certain energy in motion, emotion.
Oh man, yeah. Wait, is that an actual thing? That's literally.
Do you know what? I'm pretty. It's not like.
No, fuck it. It doesn't matter. It is.
No, I'm pretty confident it is. I'm pretty sure that emotion is energy in motion. Because that's
yeah, that's lit.
so but it's just, I think it's just now I just kind of notice it. So like when I'm feeling a certain type of way, I notice and I'm like, it's going back to the thing you talk about conversation. So I know, and I have a conversation with myself. I'm like, where's that coming from? Like, what's this? What is that all about? And what is this? But it doesn't necessarily mean that the way I feel at that time is who I am. You know, it's just like a phase.
It's like a thing of, oh, you caught me at the wrong moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But I want to go back on the whole so like, there's one more point I wanted to make based on the whole superpower of being able to change your emotion. And that being is, I think people are scared. Either people are scared or people are lazy. Either the other. Because imagine I just told you have the superpower to change your emotion. Would not be scary. Maybe not you because the way you are.
Yeah,
you understand why it would be scary.
I think people would be scary because like it would take the excuses away.
And that's where the whole lazy thing. When I was talking, so when people are lazy, people don't want to. They don't want to take control of their actions. Do you know what it is? I love when people blame
there's this thing of like this is so interesting. There's this thing of like people, like let's say for example, if I told you something is super simple to do, right? And your whole life you made up a story that this thing is so complex. Yep. And when I told you, it actually takes like it's such a simple thing to do, and deep down you wouldn't want to go, you know what actually is a simple thing to do, because you've spent your whole life thinking this is the most complicated thing, and you might even feel deep down embarrassed that actually this is
how I've been doing this so complicated.
Yeah.
Easy.
And that's I think that's why some people resist change, because when people actually sometimes look at someone comes to them, you know what, if you do this and you do that, like it's quite easy, you're gonna change. Like it's like that. There's loads of things.
They're
people
so familiar
can do.
with the complicated version.
Yeah, but because they already made up this story the whole life, is that this change has to be really complex.
Otherwise, it won't work.
And then if you tell them it's such an easy thing, they don't get embarrassed and they go like, you know what? Nah, I don't think so. You know,
I'm gonna keep doing the way I've been doing it because
exactly.
I'm trying to avoid this kind of this embarrassment. But then it goes off the thing of people being lazy, and it's like so we know. Do you ever blame your subconscious for doing something, and then that ends the conversation? Oh, why did you do this? I'm sorry. It happened subconsciously. I'm sorry. Conversation's ended. That's you being lazy. You're just blaming your subconscious is you're basically trying to let it be a scapegoat. Sorry. You're giving your subconscious, like you're saying that, okay, this is whenever I'm backed up in a corner, I blame my subconscious and I win. or at least I get out of that situation. So let me switch it up now. Why don't you train your subconscious not to make that mistake again? Your subconscious, my favorite metaphor of the subconscious is basically autopilot. It's like, imagine we had this car that we would just sit in the car and we'll start moving. And then when the car thinks you're ready to take over, it lets you take over. And then you start driving it to wherever. That's your subconscious. Your subconscious is the first thing that takes on control of the reaction of the situation before you take over, and then now you do it consciously. So imagine you being able to train the subconscious to react to situations in a certain way, so that when you take over, you don't do something different. You just keep doing the same thing. It's like when you're angry on when you road rage, for example. Your first emotion or your subconscious would always be angry. Don't get me wrong. When something happens, the first thing I think is anger. I'm always going to emote anger first. And then when I take over, when I switch from subconscious to conscious, that's when I start understanding, cool, there are other emotions I can have. There's other value I can get from this. You feel me?
I think, you know what? I think anger comes from frustration of not understanding something.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's one for Instagram.
Yeah, that just kind of hit my head. Or maybe TikTok.
No, both.
Yeah, both.
I see it was shit.
So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to add? Because like we're coming to an end, you know.
Am I not supposed to introduce myself?
Nah.
Am I not supposed to answer the question? The billion.
Nah, the question's still coming. I'm done.
Nah,
do you want to introduce yourself?
Should I?
Why not? I don't know. Do you want to?
Yeah, fuck it.
You can always say no.
Yeah, I can always say no, but I can always say yes because it's a choice.
There you go.
Choose it. I'm gonna use this time to introduce myself and to.
Do you know what? From now on, we're gonna introduce every single person that comes on. We're gonna do introduction in the end.
At the end, yeah. It's big backwards for no reason. Now I'm gonna use this time to both introduce myself and to promote myself. So, yeah, my name is Aladdin, of course. Ooh, you know what? Fuck that intro. Fuck the intro. I realized something about myself. Fuck the intro. I don't give a shit. I realized about myself. I've made more progress in this media thing in a year than I've ever done in 6 years of coaching sport. Do you know how mad that is to me? That's when I realized I don't actually want to coach sport. I studied sports coaching in college. I've been doing it since I was 15, 16. And I realized that's not my passion. I enjoy working with young people. I enjoy youth work. I enjoy youth mentoring.
But not sports.
I enjoy sports as well. I enjoy football. I enjoy boxing. I enjoy these sports, but I don't know. Like, I think just the coaching thing wasn't for me. But then when this whole new thing called media, so my passion would always be technology. Before anything would be technology. I love technology, man. Technology fascinates me so much, and I'm always researching new shit, new technologies, and new. Boy, you can pay with your ring. There's a ring that you can put your bank deals, touch it, and you pay.
What finger you put on this one?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Go deep in it. You got that. Then you got the whole you got that. You know, the whole you control with a gimbal. You can control it with your phone and whatever. But the point is, technology fascinates me so much. And with that, I started learning about PCs, computers. Then I built my own PC with you. Technically, I built it because like a month after you finished building it for me, I took it all apart and then put it back together. So that's why I keep saying, yeah, I built it. But you did it for me, essentially.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and then after that, I started learning how to edit, just doing solo projects, passion projects, whatever. And then that's when I started learning more and more. Like, I realized there's this whole wheelhouse of technology under the category camera, under the category audio, microphones, under the category lighting. All these things I was so fascinated about. That's where my fascination comes in. That's when I realized, yeah, I'm a passionate technologist. I passionately love about technology, and then with that became my whole passion for media and all this stuff. Yeah,
that's a great introduction.
That's basically it. Welcome to me.
Welcome to Aladdin.
My complicated mind.
Yeah, and so yeah, the most important question. Is it the most? It's not the most important question.
For the record, it was my idea. Go on.
No, it wasn't.
Was it not?
Nah.
Tell the truth.
No, I'm joking. No, it was his idea still.
Do you want to ask it for me?
Yeah. So if you could say one thing to the whole world, what would you tell them?
Why do you say it with so little passion, bro? It's bare energy, like.
Because I don't know, it's a serious question, man. It's a serious question.
Today the people will learn the relationship I have with you today, man.
It's a serious question, man.
Life is easy. No, life is simple. Sorry. No one wants to hear the phrase "life is simple." Full stop. No one wants to hear that shit. Cause
I want to hear it.
Okay, whatever. No one wants to hear "life is simple" as one statement and full stop, and that's it. I had to make it in class. I finished. That's it. Everyone wants to hear it being said in a cool, complicated way, so they can quote it and then put on an Instagram story or put a picture of it or have a video on TikTok. They just want to hear it being said in a cool way. You feel me? Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. You feel me? They want to hear it being said in a complicated way so that it could be more audibly pleasing, like to your ears or to your whatever, innit? But if I just said life is simple, you're not gonna hear me. But you're gonna hear all the shit I say after that, though, because you want to hear more. Not because you're interested, but because this concept of life being simple is so foreign to you that it's boring. It's not. Like, life is simple, just difficult. Don't complicate shit, bro.
Uncomplicate it.
Yeah, uncomplicate it. Again, when you complicate life, what you're doing is taking 2 steps back and 1 step forward and thinking you're making progress. You're not. You're going backwards, but slower. Yes, when you do when you complicate life, when you give yourself stress, you earn some type of value from it. But it's this much. What if I told you can skip that part and get this much value from stressing about things that you can't control and then solving those kind of problems? How are you going to solve problems that you gave yourself? That makes no sense. When you solve the problems that you are given...
I was just, do you know what it is? I'm not even taking a piss and
yeah.
I just feel like I'm in a public, like this, like
public speaking. But but let you think about it.
It's actually lit. What you're saying is super powerful, though.
You know what I'm saying, but you get where I'm coming from, though. Like, it's like, why would you stress about shit you can't control? It makes no sense. How can you do that? How can you slap?
You're an idiot, man.
That's the job, man.
But
you get the point I'm trying to make. It's like that.
How can she slap?
That's the quote for this pod.
Oh, I'm actually done, man. Do you know what it says? Like, obviously, some people won't know what it is. How can she slap video?
Yeah, I'll clip it.
You know what? If you don't know what it is, go on YouTube and type in "how can she slap" on YouTube, and it'll come up.
But I just overshadowed my powerful thing.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the company. Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, thanks for. I didn't want to say coming on, like.
Because I was here.
Thanks for coming on your own podcast, bro.
Yeah, come on. Thanks for coming on your own podcast. How about that?
You know what I'm saying? So.
Thanks for inviting me onto my own podcast.
Yeah.
It wasn't long enough. Man.
Yeah, man. It was lit. Love, bro.
How about that?